Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology. In the morning sortie, we, shoot, what did we do? Trying to remember. Oh yeah, we performed we provided air cover for a combat search and rescue team of 2 Seahawks. And we destroyed 2 missile bolts and some MiGs and Sukhois, protecting them while they picked up the pilot. So, excuse me. So now let's see what we do for our afternoon sortie.
Hornets from the Saratoga just struck the Russian 3rd Armored Division at Podilsky. Now we're sending in an F-18 to snap some pictures so we can count turrets and bodies. You'll be escorting the reconnaissance aircraft over the target area. AAA in the area is thick, so stay off the floor and stay alive.
Attack Recon. USS Eisenhower CVN 69. Date June 2nd. Local time 1400 hours. Weather clear. Situation: reconnaissance missions must be performed to provide accurate data on the enemy strength and movements. Mission objective: escort an FA-18 on recon duty. Order battle recommended aircraft F-14B. Recommended weapons AIM-120 AIM-9M. Threat suppression data: ground opposition, unknown air opposition possible. MiGs. We have 1 expert wingman. The Marines haven't taken Pearson yet, and the Army hasn't moved in on these 2 airports yet, so hopefully they'll make a breakthrough soon. I mean, granted, this war's moved a lot faster than what in real life. I mean, the Marines took Crimea in like a day, I think, or 2 days at most, so I think that set some unrealistic expectations, but it's been about a week now since the ground war has started, so I think I would think the Army and various NATO armies could make a push here soon. We know they've taken the Baltics, which is up north, so they should also be coming down through Belarus soon. I believe they mentioned in the morning briefing, so we should be seeing a 3-prong attack towards the center of Ukraine any day now. We'll take our Tomcat. We'll take our standard MiG cap loadout, and we'll fly with that. We'll have the wingman go for MiG-31. And I want to do is simply point ourselves back towards the fleet. We can get this mission is being generous to us and letting us get an air link to AWAC. So I want to rush forward and take these MiGs on before they have, I think I can do that safely since they only use IR missiles as modeled in this game. Probably reduce our radar range to 100. At this late stage in the war, with Russia having expended most of its aircraft, I'm not expecting too much opposition. I mean, we saw an expert piloting a MiG-21 in the last mission, so... And he's got a buddy. And that one failed. Okay, he hit us pretty good with the cannon, which is unfortunately going to take our Tomcat out of commission for the next mission. Hornet will survive 1 pass by the MiG.
Box 3.
Let's take the other Fulcrum out. Oh, with a head-on pass like that, we're pretty lucky that the, Alright, he missed the Hornet, which is good. So we'll send our Sparrow in after him, and our Sparrow will fail! I know we're shooting him towards the ground, but this is supposed to have some resistance towards the ground. There we go. Now we see, Alright, our wingman got to make 31. We'll have them disengage. We'll take these MiG-29s out. We'll use our... It's a bit of a waste, but we'll use the Phoenix on these guys. I mean, we had, I think, 20-something left, and I can assure you this war is very close to being done.
Apex inbound, drop cap, Box 3.
Damn it. I was more interested in getting a fix on this guy than
4 miles.
Invading the missile. I'm actually kind of surprised that missile didn't kill me, although we should be careful. But we'll make this guy pay.
2 miles.
And pay he did. That'll be one less SAM site bothering us. Looks like one of the Phoenix missiles has failed. We'll stick our wingman on the other one for now.
Alright, let's get him.
So what do we got on the screen here? We do have an Mi-24. We'll, oh, we're out of Sparrows. Phoenixes. Let's go take a crack at this guy, because I think the Hornet's flying low enough that he could still mess up his day. But, yeah. We'll just run away from that SAM site. Okay, it looks like he's pursuit acquiring, so maybe the Hornet's gonna outrun him. Why he's diving like that. Maybe he'll crash into the ground. That would be nice. Pursuit searching.
12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. Turning left. Apex inbound. Drop down.
Nope. Woo! Flaps jam. Okay.
Apex inbound. Drop down.
Alright, we are almost dead. I didn't know they were going to launch that many missiles at us. Okay, we're going to have our wingman fight this guy.
Wait, I see him.
Hopefully he takes him out with a Sparrow or something. Hopefully he doesn't get within range to mess about with us. Man, I hate to get a Tomcat so heavily damaged like this, especially in the final days of a campaign. Jeez.
Sam launch.
Oh, extreme mode on.
7 miles. 1 o'clock.
You are who I'm looking for, though.
5 miles. Sam launched. Firing the missile. A hit. Sam launched.
Alright.
Sam launched. Sam launched.
Wingman took some hits, but he survived.
Sam launched. Sam launched.
And it looks like they're hitting him with the SAM spam as well.
Sam launched. I'm taking damage. Disengage. 12 miles. Approach target.
Now, we can't get too low because of the aforementioned AAA, but what we can do is hang around here as their MiG-21's launched, and we can bag ourselves a few extra pilots. Another SAM? Whew. Jeez. You'd almost think we're unwelcome here or something. Come on, you know you want to come up and play, yay. Looks like the Hornet's on his way out. The wingman's taking a lot of damage too, so that's why we'll have to be careful when we do this. Because if we were at full health, I would go down and do a strafing run, and that would be that. But I'm worried about the AAA. Maybe, well, I don't see it. It's all in a... Out of chaff, okay. If these guys don't take off soon to play with us, then we're just gonna have to leave. And we'll have to make a pass to avoid that cluster too. Although we might be able to make a side pass. Maybe. This is going to be risky. I really nope. Okay, we're out of here. I want to make those MiG-21s. But I can't do that if they're going to keep throwing missiles at me. Now we gotta avoid the other cluster of SAM sites. Alright. We managed to lose one. Oh man. Yep, we're out of here. It looks like they aren't going to run out of ammo anytime soon, so... Damn, that would be such a huge blow to take out 4 more Russian pilots, especially at this stage of the campaign, but I don't have the health for it. As it is, I'm amazed I haven't blown my right, of course. I'm amazed I haven't destroyed my aircraft pulling these maneuvers. It's with 97% structural integrity damage. I should be dead pulling anything over a G. Okay. See, now they're taking off. Let's see where they go. Alright, the mission's accomplished. We'll see,
Contact, New York, 195.
Yeah, I see them. As long as they stay behind that wall of SAM sites, there's not much we can do. Although, let's see what radar says they are. BMP2, so we see... Okay, so that's a Shilka. I don't see much in the way of SAMs here. I mean, other than shoulder mounted SAMs, and those we can stick around for because we have plenty of flares. Okay, we're going back, and we're gonna do this. Our fuel is low, but we will prevail.
Attack command at New York, 1 o'clock slow. And going after him. Fox 1.
Whew, scared me.
Last one, getting dead. Take him out. Tram launched.
I think my wingmate's going after the MiGs behind us. And I'm too cheap to use a Sidewinder on an old MiG-21 like that. Well, at least in a rear, like if he's not evading in a rear chase like that, I'm not going to use a Sidewinder. In this, a head-to-head where I don't want him to I don't want this guy to get off a cannon shot at me.
12 o'clock. He's at 12 o'clock. I'm taking a shot.
But it seems like these MiGs are on a suicide mission of some sort since they're ignoring me. I would at least... They aren't really trying to get away either, so I don't know what the AI's problem is.
Oh, yeah. Firing missile. Turn and burn, baby. Flash one. Fish 10. He's at 5 o'clock. Getting away.
Make a nice, gentle turn.
At 3 o'clock. Getting away. At 1 o'clock. Turn and burn, baby.
Looks like our wingman's used his sidewinder. Come on, I thought you were an expert. He's flying straight and level. Alright. Good hits, good hits. Disengage. And now we are getting the hell out of here. And we are going to climb nice and high. Or all the evil Sams won't get to us. And it looks like there's more MiG-21s here. We don't... They're Russian, but there's not much we can do about them. I'd say at this point they're probably performing ground attack missions, maybe. Loaded up with a couple of bombs, they might be able to take out a few tanks. Certainly that might be seen as a priority by Russia right now, to reduce, or to try to impede the Allied advance. So yeah, let's talk about a couple of things here. First off, let's, that Hornet we were escorting was probably equipped with the ATARS, Advanced Tactical Airborne Reconnaissance System. It's a podded intelligence gathering pod, and it includes a bunch of sensors in it, including, at least the latest that I read is infrared, visual, LLTV, and it also links to the radar on the Hornet to produce synthetic aperture radar images of the ground as well. And I believe it's mostly Marine Corps F-18 squadrons that are equipped with it, which makes sense since the whole point of having Marine Corps fighter squadrons is generally to provide support for Marine forces. Although I want to say the Tomcat was capable of, the D model was capable of handling that. I think it was anyways. I might be thinking of the TARPS pod, which I know for sure it was capable of handling, but I thought it was compatible with ATARS as well. But, so that's likely what the Hornet was equipped with. And it's very critical in providing information on, reconnaissance on enemy movements and such. Especially in today's military environment. Okay, that's right, our flaps are jammed. Brake still works though. Hopefully our gear isn't jammed. I want to get below 300 before we deploy our gear. The last thing we need is to rip our gear off. Clear the deck. Emergency crew's ready. Yeah, they know we're messed up.
All right.
We are so messed up. If we survive the landing, I will be survived, considering all the G's
Lower.
we've pulled. Alright, activate the brakes. We're coming in too hot.
Lower. Call the ball. Lower.
I think our brake was
Lower.
shot up pretty well, too.
Higher.
We're not going to take that landing. If we tried to hit the deck at that speed, I think even if we had an undamaged aircraft, it would shred us up pretty good. So we're going to circle around and try again. We want to come in as slow as possible.
Go left.
Alright. I don't want to overly time compress and then stall out. 'Cause I'm not paying attention.
Three miles.
I have had that happen before. 1.5 miles.
One mile. On the ball.
We don't have flaps to provide low speed lift, so that'll happen
Lower.
sooner.
Lower.
And we technically survived our landing, but well, we didn't even land technically. Okay, so let's try that again and hope that the arresting wire doesn't fail this time. Oh, break off, break off! We got plenty of fuel, but don't want to press my luck. How about you give it a shot, Wingman? So, oh yeah, the other thing I was going to talk about after ATAR's, the AGM-88 Harm, which we didn't use on this mission, but we've used it on others, is the Harm stands for High-Speed Anti-Radiation Missile, and it's a tactical air-to-ground anti-radiation missile. Its whole purpose is to home in on radar emissions and to destroy the emitters. It was originally produced by Texas Instruments, but now it's maintained by Raytheon and actually now Orbital ATK. After Raytheon or Texas Instruments sold their defense unit to Raytheon, and it was designed in '83 and was initially deployed aboard A-7s.
4 miles.
But then it was also deployed aboard other fighters such as, EA-6B Prowlers, F-18 Hornets,
Higher.
and
Higher.
its first successful firing,
Miles.
in 1986, an EA-6B from VAQ-138,
Higher.
or 131, I can't quite read that scribble,
Higher.
conducted the first successful firing of our missile. And in March of 1986, it was first used in combat against Libyan SA-5 SAM sites.
Lower.
In March 1986,
Higher.
again in the Gulf of Sidra, it was used. Sorry, it's actually one incident. I miswrote that there. In March 1986, in the Gulf of Sidra, it was used against Libyan SAM sites, SA-5s specifically.
Higher. Higher. Higher.
All right.
fair landing.
I'll take it. I don't know why it did that. And it looks like our wingman's taking off, so we're just going to end that there. And then after that it was used again in Operation El Dorado Canyon. And in April of 1986, it was used in Operation El Dorado Canyon. Then, afterwards, it was used extensively during Operation Desert Storm against Iraqi SAM sites. Actually, during that, there was an interesting friendly fire incident when a B-52's tail gun targeted an escorting F-4G, mistaking it for a MiG. Now, the F-4G was a Wild Weasel variant of the F-4 Phantom that the Air Force used for suppression of enemy air defense missions. The F-4G saw those radar emissions, mistook the tail gun for an Iraqi SAM site, and fired a harm at it. Harm destroyed the tail gun, but the B-52 survived, and it was eventually renamed In Harm's Way. And there were fortunately no casualties from that incident. I think by that point the tail guns were automated. The AGM-88E is the latest variant produced by Orbital ATK, which features extra capabilities to counter radar shutdown, including a millimeter wave radar seeker for terminal homing. Production was authorized in August of 2012. It's actually a joint venture between the U.S. and Italy. I don't know why Italy of all countries, but you'd think normally, do a joint venture on that with someone like France or Britain. The AAR, and actually it's the 8080 is called the AARGM, Advanced Anti-Radiation Guided Missile. And currently a follow-up to that is being planned, the AARGM-ER, or Enhanced Range. And the unique feature of that is it can beam up images it takes with its seekers during the terminal homing phase to an orbiting satellite, so that way you can use it for recon too. Now, I wasn't able to find much on the differences between the A and B variants. I assumed there was electronics and software upgrades, but I couldn't really find a good source for any of that, at least for the short time I looked. I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I'd find something. But like everything I found generally gave them the same range, the same speed, the same warhead, so if any upgrades probably weren't that significant. Now, the C variant is unique, and I presume it still had hardware-software upgrades like the B variant did that just weren't listed and didn't seem to impact your spreadsheet performance. But the C variant did have an improved warhead, so that way it was able to more efficiently take out radar sites, or radar emitters, I should say. And the D variant I did find that was canceled. It was going to be an improved C variant, but with the end of the Cold War, and since Soviet SAMs weren't the big boogeymen they used to be, that got canceled. And then there's the F variant, which was Raytheon's failed offering for the AARGM project, and they may still continue development of it and try to export it, but generally countries don't like to buy things that haven't been bought by the country that the company was based in. That's why Texitron's, I forget the company's name, but the company that makes the Scorpion jet that they're offering as a trainer and light attack jet, because the Air Force hasn't bought it, everyone else doesn't want to buy it because they're like, oh, well, it's not good enough for the United States Air Force, so it's not good enough for us. Although I think it looks to be a very capable jet, but we'll see. Debrief, USS Eisenhower, CVN 69, date June 2nd, mission TAC Recon, resolution success. We got some valuable intelligence data from that mission. Excellent top cover. We were alive with 97% damage and a 70% landing grade. Wingman took 65% damage and 47% landing grades. Both of these Tomcats are going to be out of action for 2 to 3 days at least. We had 5 fighter kills, which I think were 3 MiG-21s and 2 Fulcrums. Our wingman had, a pair of MiG-21s and a pair of Fulcrums, if I remember correctly. No, he had a MiG-31, a MiG-21, and then 2 Fulcrums, I guess. He also took out that Hind helicopter, and we took out an SA-6 SAM. We had a lot of spoof missiles. Our Sparrows were mostly useless. Our wingman had little bit better luck with his missiles, and we had a lot of gun hits. We took a hit from a SAM. Every shot that the AI fired at us with their gun hit us. That explains a lot of the damage we took. And we took a little AAA too, as did our wingman. And it looks like he took 3 SAMs actually. Or about, maybe 2. Yeesh.
Hey, Gary. Your Hornet sure took a beating out there. I thought that was a block of Swiss cheese you were flying.
Flak took off a chunk of my wingtip, but the thing still flew. Let me tell you, I was getting worried there for a minute.
Didn't look forward to taking the plunge, huh?
No way. I had the SAR guys follow me back in. That's how lucky I was feeling.
I'm always glad when I pass one of those helos. I respect those guys.
Yeah, an SAR jock can be your best friend. If I meet one of those guys in a bar, I'm buying him a drink.
Well, it makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only guy getting shot up. Alright, let's at least bring our Hornet back in the service, and let's bring down the hours on our Tomcat. So we got 2 missions until this Tomcat's serviceable again. I mean, we could take it out now, but we're not going to, and we have 2 spares still. And that's it for this mission. So tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be back to supporting the offensive, so that way it can make some real progress into the Ukraine. And we'll be looking forward to that. So we'll see you then.